Now for something completely different. So, I reviewed this realistic radio in the past, years ago on the channel, and I have more information on it now. So this is the realistic 12-75, well, hang on, we'll show the information plate there. So here's the realistic 12-705 AM FM stereo made portable radio. There's the frequency range there. Let's get the glare out of the way. You have the power supply this radio came with is a DC 6 volt, or it takes AA batteries, cell times 4, which that's 4 batteries. Custom manufactured in Malaysia for Radio Shack, a division of Tandy Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas. And then there's the zip code there. This was probably bought in Fort Worth or Hearst. This radio was gifted to me about a year ago now. So you have the antenna that extends. I'll do that in a minute when I actually turn on the radio to demonstrate it. And it's got a little bit of crud on it. I haven't cleaned it off yet. Used it extensively during a really bad freeze out, or freezing temperatures and snow earlier this year, and it came in quite handy for that. So here's the volume slider, AM FM, and this light illuminates when it's on FM. I don't think the AM light does. Hang on, no, there is no light in there. So then you have option for stereo and mono. I always just leave it on mono because it sounds good enough in that sound. So then you have the equalization. You can put I have it in the middle to where both speakers will be on, but you can put it in the left or right channel, either way. Then you have the tuning dial. Don't know what was on here, it's worn off. Maybe these blue spots are just ink or just nicks or something. But this model of radio came out in 1988, or was manufactured from 1988 to 1990. I'm not sure when it was purchased. That information, I'll never be able to get that information again, for a sad reason, but we're not going to go into that. So here's your power slider on and off.
Ein Tag von Angst Leben und Besitz, ein Tag der Sorge und Verzweiflung.
Sounds decent. Smooth tuning. This thing can get pretty loud. I'm not going to turn it way up, but it can get pretty loud. Very enjoyable. I don't have the original power supply it came with. I think I mentioned that, but that's fine. I've always just ran it off batteries in the year that I've owned it. The AM reception is actually pretty good, and this thing's great for indoor use. I haven't used it outdoors yet to kind of see how it sounds out there, but from what I can tell, it sounds pretty good. But you have the metal carrying strap, which is very sturdy. You don't see that on boom boxes anymore, or even little radios like this. Stereo illuminates when you have it on stereo, I believe. It did. If you have a really good stereo signal, stereo station, it will illuminate just like that. I'll put it back on talk radio since all this other stuff is going to get me a copyright strike. But yeah, this thing extends pretty good. Some of the more modern boomboxes just don't get good indoor radio reception due to other electronics being in one's household. That does cause interference, and just cheaply made parts for the radio. And I have noticed that with my Sony CFD-S26. Sadly, it just didn't work good indoors, at least in my room. But you can buy this model for very cheap. I just looked it up on eBay before filming this video, and you can get it for under $15. One seller's selling it right now for that much. I mean, so I'd imagine this is easy to come by for a decent price. This thing goes down pretty far in the AM band and the FM, so you can pick up stations that you might not be able to pick up in other areas, or with another radio. Some radios just don't pick the lower signals up better for some reason, one reason or not. One reason or the other, pardon me. Let's just do the AM.
You know, reaching that 85% threshold, and then, as you said,
plenty of talk radio here in my area, so, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. I listen to that a lot when I'm on my way to work.
Players have to go through all of those protocols because the NFL is making it increasingly difficult to operate without being vaccinated. And I think at some point, players are just going to be like, I don't want to deal with
there's a sign of time. Oh, has a tape in, headphone in, and then the DC in. 6 volt. I'm pretty sure the power supply is probably really common. So
those things, that's going to be like our new normal, but it's not going to be.
So yeah, I would imagine the power supply is very easy to come by. I may try and pick one up. Just a generic one. I don't think I'll be able to find a working power supply from this era.
How odd was it that John Rahm, had to
and it shuts off easily
because he tested positive, wasn't vaccinated fully at that.
So there you go. As I look at the little realistic 12-705 radio. Oh, so here's where the batteries go in. And you can take this thing apart if you want and take a look at it. I'm sure a lot of people have done that. I'm sure VW Westlife has done that, so yeah. Oh, and the speaker size. They're decent size. I'm not sure what they are, maybe 5-inch woofers or so. Maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah. So that's my look at the little realistic radio, handheld radio. So thank you very much for watching.